game number 1 going in. Oh, where's this? Shoot, sorry. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I need to update the Maturino widget. Bear with me while everybody is playing here. We got 11 push-on points from Cobra to start off. Cobra and Knight underway on their first game. Cobra right now, 11 points. Both players getting ready. They're waiting for the lumbar. And first Tetris from Cobra, followed by Knight shortly after. Tetris from Knight at 45,000. Cobra also 45, so players neck and neck right now. No burns for either player. Tetris from Knight. Cobra should get his momentarily. There he goes. 68, same for Knight, so players are neck and neck right now. Knight is ready, Cobra is ready. Both players playing a very efficient game. Tetris from Cobra, Tetris for Knight, 91. Still separated by 11 points from the push-on points from Cobra. Both players gain another Tetris to 114. Strong game. Cobra is gonna go for the first burn of the game. Knight committed. Looks like she wants to play the more aggressive game. Tetris for both players. 137 both players. These players are tied again. Just separated by push-on points. Cobra has to go for a double. Singles from Knight. And there's Tetris from Knight. Knight pulls ahead, takes the lead, and 145 for Cobra, 161 for Knight. Sorry. Tetris for Cobra, 168. Which one is the current one? This one. I fixed the Maturino. Cobra right now at 117, Knight at 186, gets it at 209, so we got a simul Tetris, still a lead from Knight at 231, Cobra at 216, so still a close game. Okay, that should take care of things regarding the prize pool, hopefully. There we go, we got the right amount now showing. Cobra right now at 216, Knight at 234. So these players are neck and neck again. 239 for Cobra. Knight running into some trouble, needing to clean up, so Cobra will be able to pull ahead. He's now in the lead at 262. Knight at 238 with a pretty messy board. Needs the right pieces. Lots of numbers to fix this, looks like. Cobra right now at 265. Knight at 243 in a drought, so that's going to slow her down a bit here. She's doing a pretty good job cleaning up, so she should be able to get back to his current position soon. Just needs the right pieces, and she's getting those. She's Tetris ready for column 7 Tetris. Tetris for Cobra, 310. Almost under 3 Tetris' lead here right now. Knight had to undo the Tetris ready board. She's trying to get back in current position. She's ready again, and there's the Tetris. Tetris for Knight at 275. Cobra 312, separated by pretty much Tetris and a half. Nice T-spin there from Knight. Knight at 275. Cobra maintains the lead at 236. Cobra gets an That's 359. Board looking a bit spicy for Knight. She is burning again, trying to get back into current position. Oh, this is looking pretty messy. She's cleaning up still. Knight at 359, 284. Sorry, Cobra at 359. Knight is getting a Tetris. Knight right now at 310, Cobra at 361. So Knight is falling behind by about 3 Tetrises. She's trying to reduce the gap here. Hello Tyler, hello Ryan. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty hard for me to stream while I was out of the country. It's not because I was in a very comfortable setup, to be honest, for me to stream in the daytime, and well, hopefully we are fully back. I'm having some things to take care of still, but yeah, things are looking up. I'm currently planning to attend the France event, France Regional in Paris again this year, so I've been a bit busy with that. We got a Tetris from Knight at 2.5 Tetrises behind. We are approaching transition. Knight is pretty ahead in lines, as she had to burn quite a bit. We got a Tetris from Cobra at 484, Knight at 431, Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 506, Knight at 433. So 3 Tetris lead from Cobra currently, and he's behind in lines on top of that, so it's gonna put in a very comfortable score and pace lead for the time being. We are approaching transition. Knight has 7 lines left to go, so she has 2 Tetrises available to score before transition. But there's a draw there, and the board for Cobra is not looking great. So Knight hanging on, had to block the well as the Lombard comes, guts the Lombards at a very uncomfortable time, so she has to fix the board. Needs a Lombard, getting lots of Lombards but couldn't score any Tetrises. Transition at 461. Cobra is digging down, about to transition the next 4 lines. He might have to burn into transition. He's currently at 537, Knight at 487. Cobra is almost clean, transition at 540 right now. Tetris for Knight, Knight at 514, Cobra at 542. Tetris for Knight, Knight at 540, Tetris for Cobra 566. So Knight has caught up score-wise. She is now pretty much tied, just 1,000 points separating the players right now. We have Tetris from Knight. She's trying to get ready again, has a J dependency, uses the Lombard, still not ready, so that's going to slow her down. Cobra maintain the lead at 595. Knight is Tetris ready. Tetris for Cobra, Tetris for Knight, Knight at 599, Cobra at 522. Knight running into some trouble, but she fixed the tucks that she needed to do to get back into a clean board. Cobra at 650. Oh, Knight undershifts the S, so that's gonna give us some trouble in a bit. She's gonna focus on getting the Tetris first, looks like. She's gonna go for it and then clean up. 664 Knight, 706 for Cobra, so Cobra maintain the lead. Knight is cleaning up here. Cobra with a clean board. His Tetris ready. Tetris for Cobra. Cobra at 736. Knight at 671. So Cobra pulling ahead even further in the lead at 765 now. Tetris from row 4 from Knight. Knight at 702. So 2 Tetrises separating the players right now. Cobra is trying to get to Tetris readiness. He's ready now. Cobra at 768, Knight at 771. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 802, Knight at 718. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 832, Knight at 744. Cobra is Tetris ready, Tetris for Cobra, Knight blocked the well, is looking a bit rough. She managed to get the well open and gets Tetris, but now has to clean up again. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 895. Knight at 782. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 930, Knight at 790. Cobra is Tetris ready, Knight is still doing some cleanup. So falling behind quite a bit here, 140,000 points pretty much. 4 Tetrises deficit from Knight. Cobra Tetris ready, Knight reaching level 28. So it has 3 Tetris available, but she's unable to get into scoring position just yet. Only good for a triple with the current board. Goes for the triple, 811. Cobra about to max out, 978. Gets a Tetris, 1,013,000, maxing out. Knight is now reaching level 29, now needs to clean up, 825 the current score. Cobra at 1,014,000, so Cobra getting ready for transition into the kill screen. Transitions at 1,053,000. Oh, undershifts that J, but manages to clean up a little bit. Reaches the left side and keeps burning. Knight at 844 in level 30. Oh, Cobra lost control of the board and he's stopping out at 1,066,000, so this is still doable for Knight. She is 4 Tetrises and change behind. 1,067,000 the score to get for Knight. Knight at 903. So still underway. She's under 4 Tetrises for the win. Let's see if she manages to get there. 3.5. So she needs 1,067,000. She's ready for the Tetris. She's getting a Lombard. Misdrops the T though, so she has to clean up Get a nice Lombard to keep things tidy. She's gonna go for a triple. 982. Still just under 2 Tetrises to go. Goes for a safe burn. Goes for a triple. 68,000 to go. So Tetris and change will do it. Will she go for that last Tetris to guarantee the win? She's setting up. She's ready. She's getting the Lombard and she's almost there. She only needs 11,000 points, so a triple will do at this point. Double even. Almost there. And there she goes and takes game number 1. GG. Yeah, despite the strong deficit, Cobra unfortunately had, despite the strong lead, Cobra topped out, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And game has started. We had some interesting opener from Knight. So that's gonna put her in some burn. She's gonna play from row 2 most likely at this point. She's ready. Cobra gets the first Tetris. Knight starts burning. Knight right now at 2600 gets her first Tetris, 25,000. Cobra needs a Lombard on the left side. Add some weight on top of the right, so it's gonna take a bit. He gets the wall open just in time for the Lombard, gets a Tetris. He's in the lead at 48,000. Knight runs into some trouble at 26, gets a Tetris in column 9 to 50,000, takes the lead. Cobra at 48, Tetris for Cobra. Cobra at 71, Knight at 53. Cobra right now at 93, Knight at 56, so Cobra starting to be the lead. His Tetris ready. Dirty Tetris from Knight to 79, Tetris for Cobra 116. Cobra is ready, Knight is cleaning up, looks like. Might want to start building from the bottom. Tetris for Cobra. Knight is building, looks like Knight might set up for another dirty, or will... No, she's gonna burn back to the bottom, and she is going into scoring position again. Cobra's ready, get another Tetris to 185, so 100,000 points lead already for Cobra. Pretty strong game from Cobra with a high efficiency play. Knight, in the meantime, is waiting for a Lombard, gets a nice tuck on the T, getting a bit high, this to be very careful. Oof, pieces getting a bit messy for a bit, but she managed to get the wall open, and there's Tetris. 112 for Knight and 209 for Cobra. Cobra over 4 Tetrises in the lead. Tetris for Cobra. Cobra 233, Knight 112. Cobra is maintaining a pretty strong lead, almost 100,000, almost 120,000 at this point. Not sure what's the plan here for Cobra. He's running to some messy board. Knight is clean, but pretty high. This is getting dangerous with that hole in column 3. She gets the Tetris. She's trying to avoid filling the hole, but things are getting a bit nasty here. Getting the Tetris again. So Knight is recovering here. She's gonna go for a triple. She's now at 177. Cobra maintains the lead at 243, so the deficit reduced to less than 3 Tetrises. Cobra is only good for a triple, goes for it. Now needs to clean from the top, looks like, and L will help. He's gonna use the Lombard. Now needs to get the wall open, but still not. There he goes. He's ready. Row for Tetris from Knight. Tetris for Cobra. 277 for Cobra, 226 for Knight. So the game became a little bit more even. Cobra is still in the lead. Cobra getting ready. Tetris for Knight. Knight still going for those dirty Tetrises. 248 Tetris for Cobra. 299. Knight needing 2 Lombards, goes for the Lombard on the left side first. Needs a J, J not coming though, gets the J, gets the wall open, gets the Lombard, gets a dirty Tetris in column 8. 273 for Knight. Cobra maintain the lead at 345, so now 3 Tetris lead for Cobra. Knight trying to reduce the gap. Tetris for Knight, 297, Cobra 346, trying to get his well open. Tetris for Knight, Knight just over Tetris behind. So, but Cobra getting his Tetris to maintain the lead. 2 Tetris lead currently. Cobra at 370, Knight at 320. Tetris for Knight, Knight now at 346. Tetris for Cobra at 393. So still 2 Tetris separating the players. Tetris for Cobra. Cobra now at 416, Knight at 346. So Knight is taking a bit to get into current position. No going for any spins or anything that should be risky. She's getting the oh, she didn't go for the Tetris. She's gonna be filling the left side first. This is getting a bit dangerous. She's gonna get a Tetris to 372. She's still Tetris ready. Blocks the well, however, needs a J on the left. Uses the Z, uses the J finally. Needs an L now in column 3. Now creates a lower dependency in column 3. Blocks the well. This is going to get a bit spicy, but she managed to get the well open. 376 for Knight. Knight now getting the Tetris to 400 and 900. Cobra maintained the lead at 468, so pretty much a 3 Tetris lead from Cobra. Tetris for Knight, 424. Cobra trying to get his well open. Tetris ready. Just now, 471. Knight at 425. So pretty much 2 Tetris are separating the players at this point, but Cobra gets a Tetris. Transition coming now for Knight. Transition with a double at 427. Cobra at 496 has room for up to 2 more Tetrises. Knight still burning here in level 19. Oh, misdrops the Z, but gets a Tetris to 454. Cobra at 519, about to transition. He might transition with the next Tetris if he gets the Lombard. Lombard taking a bit to come. He's playing it safe with a couple burns. The drought is brewing here. He needs to be careful. Cobra goes for a triple to transition at 525. Knight at 486. So Cobra maintaining a clean board, and he gets his Tetris to 552. Knight playing for a row 3 Tetris. Tetris for Cobra. Cobra at 579. Knight at 517. Cobra maintaining a 2 Tetris and change lead, and he's behind in lines on top of that, so that's gonna put him in a comfortable situation for now. Just keep in mind that the game keeps going, and Cobra knows that Knight can chase him and chase him down, so Cobra needs to keep pushing and maintain the lead if he wants to win this. Knight in at 555, Cobra 661. Cobra is ready. Tetris for Cobra. Knight is ready. Cobra is setting up. Tetris for Knight. 585. Now Cobra is trying to get his well open. And then Knight is getting a Tetris to 616. Cobra is ready at 692. Tetris for Cobra. Tetris for Knight. 647 for Knight. Cobra at 722. Knight setting up. Tetris for Cobra, 753, Knight at 650. Tetris for Knight, Knight at 712. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 785, Knight at 713. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 816, Knight at 716. Tetris for Knight at 748, Cobra at 817. Tetris for Cobra 848, so still a 2 Tetris lead from Cobra. Score-wise, pace-wise, he's doing even much better, as he's currently 12 lines behind. Knight is ready, getting a Tetris to 819, Cobra at 883. Knight is ready again. Cobra goes for an S-pin, gets it. Tetris for Knight, Knight at 854. Cobra at 886, so Knight is catching up score-wise. Tetris ready. 1 Tetris away. She's gonna go for a triple. Tetris for Cobra, 920. Cobra is getting a Tetris to 954. Knight at 865. Getting routed pretty badly. This means that she might have to get burning and gets into the kill screen. 913 gets a Tetris and another to 949. Cobra at 956, still level 27. Tetris for Cobra. Cobra at 990. Knight at 959 gets a Tetris to 997, taking the lead for the first time since the beginning of the game. Cobra ran into some trouble just before the kill screen. 5 lines left, needs to be careful. Knight is getting a Tetris to 1,043,000. She's in the lead. Cobra transitions to 1,005,000. Already maxing out, getting a Tetris to 1,043,000. Game is so close right now. Cobra keeps pushing, goes for a triple. Tetris for Knight, 1,089,000. Oh, misses the tuck, but she is burning. Cobra right now at 1,061,000. Knight at 1,094,000. Dirty Tetris from Knight, 1,134,000. Cobra 1,062,000. Tetris for Cobra 1,100,000. So still a lead from Knight, but she's ahead in line, so she has to keep pushing. The game is so close right now. Oh, the early tuck there from Knight, and she tops out at the 1,145,000, and Cobra tops at the 1,141,000. She wins by 400,000 points. Oh my goodness, that was so close. 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, oh, rough misdrop early on. Looks like I lost control of the board for a bit there, so that's gonna allow Cobra to set up. Cobra started with a triple though, so neither player in scoring position just yet. Cobra with the early lead with the triples points of 5,700. Tetris for Knight, getting the first Tetris actually. Cobra responds right after. A bit of a messy board there for Knight, so yeah, a bit of a ghost burn. Looks like she miscalculated her burn there. And she is Tetris ready at 25,000. Roll for Tetris. Tetris for Knight, 48,000. Cobra right to some burning, so neither player scoring quite yet. So it's been a rough start from both players. Cobra at 54,000. Knight at 52. Cobra's Tetris ready. Knight getting a bit too high, needs to be very careful. Lombard came a bit too late. Tetris for Cobra. Knight is ready again. Cobra in the lead at 78,000. Knight waiting for a Lombard. Tetris for Cobra. Oh, rough misdrop there for Knight, and Cobra already taking this after this early top out. So Cobra is good for game number 3. 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are having our 4th game. We'll see if Cobra can take us to the other side, or otherwise it will be a win for Knight for the match. First 2 games were pretty intense, and unfortunate early tap out on game number 3, but Cobra and Knight are already scoring. Well, we got Tetrises, 2 Tetrises already from Cobra. Knight playing a bit aggressively here. This is getting a bit dangerous. She needs to rebalance the stack. Avoiding burns at any cost, but things are getting a bit nasty. Knight needs a J on the left, gets it. Tries to rebalance the stack a little bit. And Lombard for the Tetris, so Knight is in the lead at 70,000. Cobra at 69. Hey, now Tetris for Cobra back into back, and he is back in the lead at 114. Knight responds with a Tetris to 117. Knight is ready. Cobra is ready. Cobra in the lead at 137. Knight waiting for a Lombard. Knight is getting a bit droughted here. Needs to be careful. Cobra is also getting the same drought. Oh my goodness, this is getting too dangerous. The drought keeps going. There she goes. There's Tetris for Knight. Knight at 146. Cobra at 145. Cobra at 168. Knight at 192. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 194, Tetris for Knight at 238, Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 217, Knight at 238, Tetris for Knight, Knight at 261, Cobra at 217. Knight is building, Tetris for Cobra, Knight remains in the lead at 261, Cobra 240. Knight status ready, same for Cobra. Ready by just under Tetris, but the Lombard is taking a bit to come. Actually, we are in the middle of a drought again. There's a Tetris for Knight, 283. Cobra building a bit too flat, too high, needs to be careful. Gets the Lombard, Tetris for Cobra, Tetris for Knight. Knight at 306, Cobra 265. So far, Knight maintained the lead. She's going for the double well. Cobra's already Tetris ready, so he might take the lead if he gets the Lombard first. Knight got Tetris ready. Cobra takes the lead, the Tetris at 310. Knight just 1,000 points behind. 309. No Lombard yet for Knight. There she goes. Tetris for Knight at 332. Cobra blocks the well. It's a double J dependency. Knight at 356. Cobra at 315. Another Tetris for Knight at 379. Cobra at 337. So Knight maintained the lead here. Got Tetris from Cobra at 361, still behind. Knight remains in the lead at 402. So Cobra status ready, Knight status ready. Both players waiting for the Lombard. Double there for Cobra. Knight remains in the lead. Tetris for both players. 386 for Cobra to 426 for Knight. Cobra is getting Tetris to 408, Knight at 426, so pretty close game, but Knight is pulling ahead by a Tetris pretty much. Knight is ready, Cobra is ready, Tetris for Knight, Tetris for Cobra, 431 for Cobra, 472 for Knight, so almost 2 Tetris lead for Knight right now. Tetris for Cobra, Tetris for Knight. We have cross-handed lines, so players getting ready for the first transition, speed transition that is. Knight is ready at 495, Cobra at 454. Cobra is ready, Knight is ready. Cobra right now at 457, Knight at 498. Cobra is ready, a bit too high in the middle of a drought. Tetris for Knight, Knight remains in the lead at 522. Tetris for Cobra, 482 transition. Getting pretty close for both players. Tetris for Cobra, Cobra at 506, Knight at 544, gets Tetris to 567. Cobra and Knight about to transition. 9 lanes left for Cobra, 8 for Knight. Cobra is ready, Knight is ready, both players waiting for the Lombard. Knight is burning a little bit more. Cobra waiting for the Lombard. Lombard is not coming yet. These players need to be careful. Oh, there's a triple. Lombard is still not coming. There she goes. Transition at 598 for Knight. Cobra about to transition at 536. So strong game from Knight score-wise and pace-wise. Cobra is trying to keep up, getting the Tetris to 584. Cobra maintains, Knight maintains the lead here. Tetris for Cobra 610, catching up again. Tetris for Knight, Knight at 652. Cobra is trying to go for a dirty setup, goes for the dirty Tetris in column 5. 637, Knight at 654. Triple there for Knight. Pretty droughty seed we are having. Ooh, Knight went aggressive here. She needs to be very careful, or it's gonna be too high. She is getting the well open. Tetris for the Knight, maintain the lead at 692. Cobra in the middle of that sin drought. Needs to be careful. Gets the well open. Gets the Lombard. Tetris for Cobra. Cobra at 670. Knight at 695. There's a Tetris for Knight. Knight still waiting for a J to fill in the column 3. He decides. She decides to clean up. Cobra is now at 674, Knight at 735, Tetris for Cobra, 702, Tetris for Knight, 764, so Knight remains in the lead by under 2 Tetrises, just over 2 Tetrises that is. Cobra again a bit high at 706, Knight maintain the lead at 794, Tetris for Cobra, 738, Knight is ready, Cobra is ready, waiting for Lombard. Tetris for Knight, 824, a lead of another Tetris for Knight at 854, Tetris for Cobra at 869, lead of 86,000 points, meaning that it's 2 Tetris and change. Tetris for Knight, 917. Tetris for Cobra, 830. Cobra and Knight already level 25. A pretty strong game from Knight, approaching the max out. She's getting a Tetris to 949, so she's a Tetris and change away. At 949 for Knight and 864 for Cobra. Cobra playing it a bit safe to keep the board clean. Tetris for Knight. Knight about to max out. There she goes, maxing out to the 1,018,000. Cobra at 906. Tetris for Knight. 9,052,000. Cobra gets Tetris to 940. So Cobra should be able to max out with 2 Tetris pretty much. There's one, and he's about to max out in the next one. He's ready. Well, he's should be getting ready soon. He's ready now. There he goes. Max out 1,009,000 for Cobra. Knight maintain the lead at 1,090,000. Gets into the kill screen with the Tetris to 1,162,000. Cobra 1,015,000. Tetris for Knight. Knight at 1,199,000. Tetris for Cobra 1,060,000. So still a lead, strong lead from Knight. Cobra needs to win this one to take us to a decider. Knight getting another Tetris to 1,245,000. Pretty strong game. Cobra right now at 1,074,000. Tetris for Cobra 1,112,000. Tetris for Knight 1,298,000. About to get that 1.3. Cobra is cleaning up. Knight trying to get into current position. Knight is almost ready. She's ready now. Tetris for Knight. Cobra going for some delayed burns. Very high up. This is not looking good. Cobra in trouble. Cobra unable to recover. Tops out to the 1,124,000. This gives Knight game number 4 and the match, already reaching 1.4. She's just getting the burns to get there, looks like. There she goes, 1.4. And keeps going. And that's game number 4 and the match. Congratulations, Knight, for taking game number game number 1. Let me just, well, we got the chair for now. We got the chair here.
On the right, rolling out of the United States with a PB of 12,409,000 and is your current reigning and defending 3-time Classic Tetris League champion, looking to make it 4 in a row. Welcome in blue, Scuti. Miles will take the first burns of the game for either player. I get a little bit of a weird hitch on Miles' side every once in a while. Doesn't seem to be internet related because it's not lining up with anything that's happening on his cam. Bandy saying these two have quite a history. Yes, indeed. They have played so many times, both online and live. Scuti currently holds the head-to-head at 10-5 over Miles. Welcome in, Annie Shark. Scuti out to an early lead, 185-150. This board is stacking up high, and if any of the previous seeds were any indication, I'd chop that down quick. This has not been very friendly today. Scuti will hit the bar over for the Tetris, though, and Miles is low enough on the board, it shouldn't bother him. Another Tetris for Scuti. $258 for Scuti, $203 from Miles here in the early going. Scuti getting up fairly high here, but nothing too dangerous. He gets all the right pieces he needs. Oh, goes long bar dependent here. Right as a drought starts. It does get the bar in time. And we'll get a bar over for the Tetris as well. Oh, is that a double flip? I turn away and look back, and there's an old diving board sitting up at the top of the stack. This could be a little dangerous if the right pieces don't show up here, but they will. Meanwhile, Miles is just playing cleanly and is cutting into this lead. 296 for Scuti, 263 for Miles. Scuti actually getting really high. But chops it down enough. Gets the left side open. This would be a dirty Tetris for the bar shows, and it will. There's a dirty Tetris, and Scuti has this all cleaned out. So after all said and done, it is a less than 3 Tetris lead, but there are 12 lines of difference, which means Miles has the greater potential for scoring here. We'll see if he can hold on to that through level 19. Zuli saying, nice dig, yeah? Starting to look a little dangerous after that misflip. Often something that is referred to as the roller curse. You pay for being able to move your pieces around by double flipping them sometimes. And if you're not expecting it, it can cause quite a disaster. We're past 100 line turn. Scuti's got about 35,000 point lead. In pace, it's 1 Tetris less than that. It's not so much that they control which pieces come, it's more that they can control better how accommodating their boards are. So it makes it seem like they always get just the right piece they need, where in reality, like, usually 3, 4, or 5 pieces will work too. Bit of a drought here. Miles with the Tetris, Scuti with the Tetris, and Scuti will enter level 19 at 557. Miles looking to be not all that far behind, although this start for Scuti going to require some burns, perhaps some digging if the right pieces don't show up. Yeah, it looks like digging is the order of the day, and the wrong pieces now showing up. Is finally getting this board settled down. Just plays the left side flat. Oh my god, this board for Scuti. I don't think he's surviving that. Miles, you're in a chase down. You need a 569. I just got done saying how, you know, it's not the players getting the pieces, it's how accommodating their boards are. Scuti demonstrating what happens when your boards are not accommodating. Miles also getting up pretty high here. Like, this is not yet a sure thing. Wow, this dig for Miles. And Miles is actually going to get this down. Well, at least enough. All Scuti can do is watch. Still about 33,000 points for Miles to go. Well, a bit of a hang on the long bar on the left, but he is going to open up the right side and just chop that down with the Tetris, and that'll do it. Miles will take game number 1. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Fran the Flames asking, can they hear your commentary if they choose to? They can also see their opponent's screen live if they're looking at a, if they have a monitor nearby that has the Nestor's Champs stuff on it. Alfredo, thanks for the follow. But the information they get from Nestor's Champs is more real-time than something I'll say. Because even though I'm seeing their games live, it still takes time for my commentary to get to them. Well, there's a slight delay. Speaking of delay, there's been a slight delay in getting the next long bar as the drought counter has made its exhilarating return. I don't know what it is about today, just seeds everywhere have been haywire. Are the seeds always random? Yeah, so basically we rolled the seed in chat for game number 1, and then after that the players decided to increment their seed, so all they do is change the first 2 characters of their seed and to basically add 1 to both of them. And after 9 it goes into letters, and then after F it wraps back around to 0. $149 for Scuti, $134 for Miles. Scuti with a slight lead here. But otherwise a close game to start. Miles not getting the pieces that he wants. But does get the right side opened up. Scuti will score the Tetris. Miles' bar is on the way. There it is. It's like if I look up and see like a 20 drought, I'm not even talking about it anymore. 20 drought, 30 drought, those are child's play. Give me 40 droughts. Give me 50 droughts. Give me another 68 drought. That is not a Vitz, by the way. Let's get it chopped down, though. We'll score the Tetris. Do the players get health insurance and retirement benefits? That is a question you would need to ask Kingsman. But I would say, as a general rule, if the commentators can't get health insurance, then the players probably can't either. Hale says, no health insurance. Wait, I'm dumb. Is that a joke? Yes, it is. Yeah, he's just asking the questions. I mean, we're answering.